If you plan on living in a minivan, a cargo van, or just a regular vehicle inside of a city or an urban area, then this video's for you. For those of you that are new to this channel, what's up? Welcome aboard. I love having you guys here. We're all a bunch of weirdos around here, so I'm sure if you're a bit weird, you'll fit in too. My name is Chrome, I'm 43 years old, and I live in that stealth rad cargo van that I am so proud to call my condo on wheels. So if you are new to my channel and you haven't actually sat down and binge watched all of my videos, for one, I suggest you do because, hey, that'd be awesome. And for two, it'll give you an idea on where I'm coming from and what I'm doing. But just to get things started here today, I'm going to give you a quick bit of history on who I am, what I do, and why I've chosen to live in that awesome van. To keep it simple, I'm a nightclub DJ and an event DJ. That's all I do for a living. And I felt the need to move into my van because I just want to be more connected to my music, more connected to life, without the headaches and hassles and stress and everything and all the money I was spending on my condo. I just wanted to get rid of all of that stuff in my life. And let me tell you, when you sell and purge everything that you own inside of the place that you live, it is the most freeing feeling in the world. And moving into that thing with just the bare bones and necessities has been just beautiful. We all know I like to talk, so instead of me babbling on forever, let's get to the point of this video. In the oh so beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. This is where my business is and this is where I make my money, so I've chosen to stay here for my roots of living in the van. I live mostly downtown Vancouver, but I also sleep in the suburban areas sometimes when I'm out of town doing DJ gigs because I'm not about to drive back here when my home is always parked just outside of wherever I am DJing, so I have parked all over the place in the last 6 weeks. Tip number one. Don't park in a neighborhood where there's actually houses on the block. That's just my suggestion for one reason. When you're parked right where my van is right now, even though it seems like a sweet, quiet neighborhood with a park across the street, the nice, big, beautiful trees, remember, when you're parking in a neighborhood where there's houses, whether it be like this or there's houses all around the block, as much as the block seems pretty safe and good, keep in mind that when you pull up there, you automatically bring attention to yourself for one reason. Don't you think these people in here know what usual traffic is on that road? They know their neighbors, they know their surroundings. So when you park there, you're always going to get one person that's going to wonder, what's that van? I've never seen that van on our block before. And automatically red flags go up. So my suggestion is stay away from residential homes. What I find the best and easiest when it comes to parking in the city is I enjoy parking in front of high-rise buildings, like super tall buildings in a busy area, for the reason that when your van is sitting out front, there's so much traffic around there and different vehicles parked there at all times that you just get lost in the mess. Nobody even notices all the different cars and stuff in the neighborhood. Or if you happen to be in a town where you only have regular size apartment buildings, maybe 2, 3, 4 floors, those buildings and stuff are good too, because you know, people have company stays overnight. They don't notice when there's an odd van sitting on the street, unless you're driving something that's not so stealth. Like if you're in something that's got stuff stuffed on the roof and clearly you're living in it, that's going to be a little bit of a game changer. But even in my city in Vancouver, there is RV campers parked all over the place. And I think it's just, you just need to be respectful. Your van needs to be presentable and clean, and so do you. In this video, I could drive around all over the city and show you so many places to park, but instead, I'm just gonna show you real quick how easy it is, right where I'm sitting right now. I drove just around the corner from where I was filming. Behind me is a small park with an apartment building tucked behind, and there's apartments on either side. So this street is gonna see a lot of random traffic all the time. People are visiting friends or at the park. So honestly, when these guys are coming home, they're not even paying attention to any of the cars that are on the street. So if I were to obey the parking sign right there, I could park there all night long as I'm out of there before I'm breaking the parking laws in the morning, and nobody's gonna even know. And for me, I enjoyed parking in places where there's a green space on one side, or you know, a line of shrubs or a fence or something that hides the side of my van with my open doors on it. For the main reason that when my dog goes out for a pee or I need to take off for a walk with the dog, I can sneak out of the van and back in the van with nobody noticing at all. Before you pull up to go to bed at night, make sure that you've already gone to the washroom somewhere, and make sure that you're already ready for bed. So you're not doing a fuss and moving around the van with the doors open so everybody can see you're living in it. Make sure you kind of pull up ready to go to bed. That way you're not causing a lot of ruckus. You're pulling up in the neighborhood, drawing all the little drapes and stuff you need to keep it private, crawling in the back, watching a movie, whatever you're doing, and going to bed. Doing that is going to cut down on people noticing that you're like rocking around in the van, making noise, lights are on, the whole bit. And pull in at night. Wait till the sun goes down before you make that your home. And my huge suggestion, and this is what I do every time, I am out of there by the time the sun comes up in the morning. So if you look at it, I pull up when people are sleeping and I leave before they get up. Maybe I'm just weird because I get up super early in the morning, but little things like that will help you stay stealth all the time. And waking up in the morning is the easy part. One simple step, start your van and get the hell out of there. Never wake up in the morning and start doing your morning routine while sitting in the place that you slept the night before. Because the last thing you want is if you ever happen to pull into the same town or the same spot again and people know you were living in it from before, now you've caused yourself a problem for the future. So take it, move it, and then do your morning routine in a place that you don't sleep at night. Because you know, if you pull up to a park, you clean your van out, you make your coffee, you get your morning stretch in a place that you haven't slept at night, people aren't going to notice at all. If you've watched any of my videos in the past month, you'll know that this place looks extremely familiar. When you're living in this city, it's always good to have a spot or multiple different spots, places that you feel comfortable, that you can actually make camp for the evening, like sit there, open up the doors of the van, air the van out a little bit, maybe give the van a bit of a tidy, also make some dinner, pull the lawn chairs out, and relax for a while. I like to find a park that's tucked away from the city. Like the city is just that way. We're about 10 minutes out of the city. It's nice out here because we're oceanside, lots of little visitors, and as you could tell from some of the video clips before this, there is a ton of van dwellers down here. City living in a van is super simple. And the great thing about the city is it offers you a lot of diversity in neighborhoods and areas that you can park, especially if you're in a large city like mine here in Vancouver, because I could live downtown, I could live North Van, East Van, West Van. Each of those different areas offer you a whole different aspect of the city. Like some areas are richer, some areas are a lot more greener and more like mountain-esque or whatever you want to call it. but everywhere offers you something different. And that's the beautiful part about van life and living in a city, is that you're not stuck to one little area. Everywhere offers you something more incredible. So if I'm feeling different every night, I just go to a whole different side of the city. And be respectful. I think that is the key to freaking everything. Is be respectful of yourself, be respectful of your surroundings, the planet, and everything that's going on around you. Respect it. If you respect what's around you, things aren't going to go as shitty for you as you think they're going to. People have this huge fear of all this banging on the doors and all this bad stuff that's going to go on. Don't attract it to you. Park in places that aren't, horrible areas. Don't park in front of people's houses where you're gonna have a problem. And be respectful. Don't take stuff and just throw garbage out on the ground. Respect the areas that you live. Find places to go to the washroom. Sorry, I'm picking up my garbage. Don't get caught pissing on a tree or taking a dump in the woods or something. Be respectful. Park by places that have bathrooms. Like right where I am now, there's outhouses right there, plus there's full facilities just down the street. There's a lot of other things I could add to this video, but if you just go back a few videos and watch some of my videos, it'll cover all the basic aspects of what I'm doing. I am living in the city, and all of my videos are based out of living in the city, so if that's your plan, just go back and watch every single one of them. You'll be good to go. And if you have so many questions inside of your mind about where to park, where to poop, and all of those other city questions, go watch my Truth to Van Life video. I'll throw the link in the description below. That'll answer all those silly little questions that people ask all the time. Anyway, everybody, stay positive, stay creative, and please never stop being weird. And thank you for being here. And to all my new subscribers, you guys are so awesome, and welcome to the weirdness. Adios.